video, I'm going to be looking at trial fitting the Auto Specialist wide arch kit onto the Fiesta. This is probably one of the most nervous sort of things I've done on this car to date. I mean, I've drilled holes in for spoilers and I've done all sorts of bits to it, but this is something completely different, something I've not yet done yet. I've luckily found a friend who is willing to come out and cut and weld up my rear arch, so then I can actually put the wheels on properly and space them out or go wider again. Hopefully I won't need to go wider wheels, considering how much time I've spent spraying and changing up the look on those ones. The winter months are closing in, so I really need to get a wiggle on, because this place is, well, let's just say it gets very cold up here in the winter. Even though I've now got 4 heaters dotted around the room, it's not going to be man enough to stop reactions. I might have to invest in the space heater, which is something I don't really want to do. But now, let's have a look at these arches. I've bought these ones second-hand. They weren't fitted to the car, that I bought them off the person, but there is storage marks on them, but I'm not too worried about that because they'll need spraying anyway. But at closer inspection, it's light for fiberglass, because normally when you get fiberglass body kits of some description, they're heavy as hell, but this one is, yeah, there's nothing to it whatsoever, so it's very light. My only concern about it, as I'll try and show you on camera. Yeah, like I say, my only concern with this kit is the fiberglass is so light itself that you can actually, if I can get it at the right angle, you can actually see through the actual arch itself. I was holding up to the window a second ago and you can see right through it, so I don't know how that's going to reflect against build quality or anything like that, but it yeah, I don't think you're meant to see through it, but hopefully with the amount of primer and paint, I'm going to slap it on thick and hopefully that goes all right. So what I've done is I've laid the arches out around the car, obviously trying not to stand on them, thin fiberglass and all that. And I am going to get some masking tape and masking tape them into position. Yeah, and just trying to work out the best fit, whether I need to do any trimming, hopefully not, or any extra filling, yet again, hopefully not. These aren't going to be smoothed in. I want to attach them to the car as they are. I've just got to work out, obviously, the best way of attaching them. I've got rivets in stock, I've got bolts in stock, but I'm looking at them before I've even put them on the car, and I just cannot see either of those methods working. So I'm a bit dubious about going down that route. Obviously the next one to go down would obviously be sealing them on, but I need to work out what's the best sealer for the job. I don't think Tiger Seal will quite cut it, so I need to do a little bit of research if I do go down that road in attaching them onto the car with some sort of sealer, because at the moment that's where I'm going to be leaning towards, just looking at how these arches are made and how little contact there is on the actual car itself, just from looking at it on the floor. So I'm going to look now at actually mounting them up and getting a rough feel for how they're going to sit. for a kit literally straight out of the box, it actually fits up and marries up quite well. There's only one area which has caught me, you know, there's this one here. I just don't know whether it's from where I've been manipulating the front bumper to take the CM scoop, but it does appear to be like it on the other side as well. There's only a little gap, but all in all, considering it's a fiberglass kit, it does marry up quite nicely, to be fair. There's going to be, I don't think I'm going to have to shave anything off, you know. It's literally just down to the masking tape being a bit weak in places that's making it pop up. So I'm going to obviously bond it on in sections rather than try and do it all at once. Like do the front half one week, rear half the next kind of thing. But yes, I am pleasantly surprised with how this is looking. So if I'm sounding a bit dreary, I'm just got the thought process of getting it done in my head. But yeah, that's considerably wider, as you can see from the rear. I've just got to work out what sort of spaces I want to be running on these wheels now, if any at all, because when I had them on without it, they were rubbing on the inside of my arch liner, and they were causing a little bit of aggro. But all in all, that's married up quite nicely, to be fair. There is little to zero to no gap all the way around. I mean, yeah, I'm actually fairly happy with that. Fairly happy indeed. I am sadly going to have to lose these gel badges, which is a shame, but a necessary loss to get these arches on. Nothing to say I can't buy another set as and when I do get hold of some. You know, when it's all on. Nothing to say I can't buy another set. Which is a shame. I was kind of hoping to get away without doing that, but these things happen. Now the next step is obviously I'm going to tap up my friend to come out and cut and weld my arches so that I can get those bonded on and bring the wheel out without it scrubbing much more underneath, which would be perfect. And the front one though is something I can potentially do on my own, because all it needs is cutting, because the rear is double skinned, which is what worries people. You can tiger seal it or and bond it with filler, but it's not recommended. Get it welded, please, by all means, just get it welded. And then that's that. The front, on the other hand, is single skinned, so you can just cut and bond straight on top of, which is what I've got to do down there. The only bit you can cut will obviously be the metal arch. Leave that bumper alone, and you only need to take about 2 inches out the top, if that, because there's only so far you can go unless you remove your arch liner, which is not something I want to do. I'm just going to trim up the arch liner from where it comes in and around. That's this process I'm going to do. Whether it's right or wrong is yet to be seen, because I don't know. As you're all aware, this is all new to me as well. But all in all, this, for a trial fit, I'm actually quite happy with how little adjustment work is needed. The only thing that will need doing to it is from where it's been stored, I've got like a few corners just to put some filler in and to sort out. But all in all, I'm actually very happy with how that is looking. Very happy indeed. Some places the tape isn't sticking, because of course with the fresh paint and everything, I have been trying to cut and polish as I go, just so it's less to do at the end. If you haven't yet seen the rest of my videos, go and see the state of the car when I first got it and how little room I actually had to work in here once everything was stripped down off it. Now I've got all this extra room. It feels weird being able to walk around in here. But yes, so I think next step for me will be to take off the fronts and start getting the fronts ready in paint, and well, get it in primer and then in paint. Then we'll worry about the rears at a later date. If I'll focus on one half, the half that I can comfortably do on my own, and then worry about the second half afterwards, that'll be good. But next I'm going to do is I'm going to do a masking tape line around here, get a pencil and mark off around here roughly the line of where it is, just so that when I come to bond this one onto that one, I can scuff up where the old paint was underneath this, just so that the bonding agent is going to have something etched in to stick onto this panel here, so that it can bite onto something. That is my plan anyway. Whether it works, we'll see. So there we have it, boys and girls. I have finally got round to putting the car back together, finishing off all the repairs, and finally, after 10 weeks, believe it or not, it's just been just over 10 weeks now since I've started this project, we are looking at putting the wide arches onto the ST. 90% of the people who have watched my videos are not yet subscribed. Please consider hitting the subscribe button, and thank you for watching the video this far. I do appreciate every view, as I always say, because I'm genuine about it. Cheers guys, don't forget to punch out the thumbs up button below if you like where you're seeing where this is going. Fingers crossed it carries on going to plan. Touch wood, I just need to hurry up and get this into spray, because weather and temperatures are going to be against me very soon, and then it's going to be blooming hard up here to work. Either way, cheers guys, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.